drive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the camera buttons. Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. All right, we'll go over up and down with the camera buttons one more time. Look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay. Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right. Good! Look left! Good! You should be familiar with the left and right camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay. You can change the controls anytime in Options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now. At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear? Good. Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the analog stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt it further to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful! Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the attack button while running. You got that? Tap the attack button while running! Don't forget it! Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. That's it! Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! Impressive, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the analog stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! Fine work, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponents on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the analog stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then tilt the analog stick to throw them. By tilting the analog stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! Fantastic! All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. I'll explain it again. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Ah, time to move on. And stop. That's it for today. Thank you, boss. Snake! What's going on, Kaz?
We got Rada. Made sure we won't fall.
The United States views Central America as its back.
Sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. Snake, are you clear on the control? Use the analog. Use the circle, X, triangle, and square buttons to change views. To change your settings, use the start button to open the menu. Try some shooting, press the square and circle button. Ready your weapon with the L button. Then press the R button to fire. How about a little... Shooting practice. Try hitting a coconut. to open the menu. Using auto-aim enables you to quickly draw beams. Auto-aim only works with live targets. That means it won't snap on threat. So the M16's a standard and not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base. The Mark 22 tranquilizer gun can put tranquilizer rounds are hard to come by. Don't waste them. The facility you're headed for grenades should be up. Grenades explode. Use the L button once you've readied the weapon. When using throwing weapons, you won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button. Gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. And break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her. There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible. This is the sneak hide behind stuff. Take the long. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you. Up against a wall. From that position, you can press the L button to detect enemies. That also works while lying down. To press up against a wall. From that position, you can press the L button to detect enemies. Then press the attack button near the enemy to initiate close quarters combat.
Start talking. Start talking. Start talking.
The indicator in the upper right, sir. Pay attention to your surroundings. Keep your eye on what's left to the right of that. You'll see your life gauge will recover. You'll recover faster crouching than standing up. Lying flat works even better. The percentage in the upper, the lower the number, conspicuous movements and your fatigues will act as camouflage. the jungle, you'll be there. Head east.
Start talking. Start talking. Start talking. Start talking.
Make your way east.
Start talking. Attacking? Start talking. The enemy's attacking. Going to alert status.
Understood. Maintain heightened alert.
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
This is Patrol. All clear.
Understood. Return to base. Looks like your security is tight. Stay sharp. A cardboard box? What are you gonna use that for? tight. Stay sharp. A cardboard box? What are you gonna use that for?
What was that?
Start talking.
Huh?
Start talking.
Ah!
Start talking.
Huh? Huh? Is somebody there?
Head for the building to the east. We need intel on that base.
Start talking.
Ah!
Start talking.
Ah!
Start talking.
Ah!
Start talking.
Ah!
Infiltrate the facility on the east side of the compound. Your objective is the building to the